stop administration bloat. 10% up since 2007. 10% up since 2007, while tenure track faculty were taking a cut. These are hard times. They've expanded. We've been cut. What do we want?
Shot from the top. 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 Shot from the top.
Okay, what do they need to do? They need to refocus the university on its core mission of teaching and research that can be achieved only by a committed faculty with high morale. All right, that's where we're headed. We are going to go up after the rally. We're going to march around the building a couple times. We hope the building doesn't fall down. Nobody brought a trumpet, right? Okay, we're going to go up and deliver 2 letters to our provost and our chancellor, asking them to come to the bargaining table now that we're going into mediation, because things have slowed down, as you know. But we have alternatives. Before you leave, you want to sign up to say you're ready. We're putting together cards and not binding yet. We will take a vote before we strike, but we want people to sign up and say they're ready to take action if it comes to that. Yeah. All right.
It's always a beautiful day when people gather collectively to defend their students, the public they serve, the institutions they work in, and their own rights. And that's what you're doing here today, and it's very important. Now let me tell you, Dan mentioned I taught high school for 20 years just up the road in Skokie. Many of my students came here to UIC where they got great educations. They came from backgrounds all over the spectrum of social and economic wealth. They came from refugee camps. They came from Iraq, from Russia, Greece, Korea, and they came from other parts of the United States with much more means. But they came here and they got a tremendous start in life. And they're working in education and social work and business and finance and law, and they're making this country a better place because of what you do. And on my first day of teaching in Skokie in 1993, with a freshly minted master's degree and no teaching experience, I made $20,000 more than 70 of your professors. I was not overpaid. You are underpaid. That is an outrage. That is an outrage, and it's unacceptable. And I know you will correct that. You are fighting to make this a much more fair place. A place where your voice, your professional vision, your sense of what this institution can and should be is prominent, is respected, and in every discussion, in every room, in every classroom, in every hall of this university. That's what you're fighting for. And let me tell you this, it is not just you. It is every person in higher education in this state. It's whether they're professors, students, support staff. It's every person that teaches in the Chicago Teachers Union right here in this city. It's every person who teaches, whether they're in the suburbs where I taught, in Galena, in Granite City, wherever, and it's in this nation. You are building, you're part of a huge movement that is turning the tide away from austerity and towards support of these important public institutions that make this a true democracy. It doesn't even capture it right to say, I'm standing with you and the 100,000 members of the IFT all over this state who are in higher ed, support staff, K-12, public institutions. We're all with you, but that doesn't even really get it right. We are you are us. Keep this fight strong. You will prevail. You will